All right, let's get this screen sharing up. Let me see here. It's gonna take me just a minute. Hold on one second. For some reason, it's giving me problems. All right, there we go. We should be good now. All right. All right, can you guys see that now?
Yes.
All right, excellent. Okay, so today we're going on to the third week in our series of platform Power Up. So this one is all about Facebook for Business. If you go through our, is it switching? It's not switching, is it? What is going on? Hold on. I don't know why it's not switching. Give me 1 second to figure this out because I don't know. They changed the presenter thing on Canva. It looks like they updated it, and yeah. And maybe it is now too high tech for me. All right, so let's try this again. What to present? Oh, all right. Now I just had a button that I needed to toggle there. All right, let's try this again. They had all these new fancy features and I just don't know how to use them. All right, now you should be able to see it. All right, so week 1, we talked about our agent website. Week 2, we went over Google Business Profile. And for those of you who were here last week for Google, did any of you guys go in, update, or create your Google Business Profile page? No? Oh, you got to get on that.
I did mine, but it kicked it back, so I have to work on it.
Yeah, for the verification.
Yeah, so yeah, I tried to do an appeal and submit my license and a picture, but my computer shut down, and when I turned back on, it was too late. So they said I have to wait and redo it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they always want that verification. That's why I try to warn everybody, like they're going to come back with a verification. Morning, Rebecca. You look toasty.
Morning. I know I'm freezing. I just got done with the ring.
Oh.
That is today.
It is.
The ring for kettle.
Realtor Ring Day is today. So today we're going to be talking about Facebook for Business. And I know that most of you have a Facebook business page. We're just going to kind of review the fundamentals of it and some things that you can do or some things you may want to upgrade or improve on your Facebook. We're also going to talk about some compliance issues so you can make sure that your Facebook is compliant. If you're going to get hit for marketing compliance, chances are you're going to get hit on social media, because a lot of people think that like social media, the marketing the marketing ordinances and rules that they have with the commission do not apply on social media. I have a lot of agents that'll say, well, you know, the rule is that if you do this, and it's like, yeah, that's not the rule. That is a myth. So we're going to bust some of those myths today as well, just so that you guys are well prepared to make sure that your Facebook business page is exactly what it needs to be highly productive and yet still in compliance. All right, so why every agent needs a Facebook business page. And we're going back to the saying from Kathy Baker, who I got to see this week for my own training: tell your story or someone else will tell a different version of it for you. She's the vice president of coaching at Realty One Group International. So it's important to get your story out there because we all know how competition is in the market. If you don't tell people how great you are at your job and what you can do for them, your competition is going to tell a completely different story, and it's probably not going to be a nice one. So number one, you want to keep your personal life separate from your business life. So this is both a compliance thing and a professionalism thing. You do not want to direct traffic on Facebook to your personal page. Your personal page should be about you as a person. Although you should be sharing things about your business on your personal page with your most closest people. You do not want to use your personal Facebook for your business. You don't want that to be searchable. You don't want that to be where people go to see if, thanks, Ben. My husband's getting ice in the background as he's getting ready to leave for the office. You do not want, your traffic for people that you're going to be doing business with going directly to your personal page, because it has photos of your family and it has, updates on what you're doing in your life. And we're not telling you not to do that, but your business page should be about just that, business, period. Business, what you can do for them, what you're doing for other agents, what you want to achieve in the market. That's what your Facebook business page should be about. Number 2, you do have to have a business page to do things like run ads, connect to Instagram business, and traffic and retarget consumers. So you have to have a Facebook business page to be able to do those types of things. You cannot run personal ads from a personal site. You can still do things like Facebook Marketplace, but if you're going to be running boosted ads, lead gen, lead magnets, click funnels, those types of things, you have to have a business page to be able to do that. Number 3, it shows up in Google search results and it increases visibility. So if there's a client in your market and they're searching for a real estate agent near me and you have a Facebook business page that is set up properly, it will actually show up in Google searches. So increasing your reach and getting you to a point where you're way more visible. So a strong agent page includes these 6 items, okay? A professional profile photo and a branded cover image, and you can kind of see a snippet of my page on the right-hand side, just as an example. Feel free to go on Facebook, kind of look it over. Number 2, a bio. So your brokerage, service areas, contact information, and website links. So how are they going to get a hold of you? Who are you? Where do you work? What do you do? What area do you service? And how can I get a hold of you and learn more? Number 3 is going to be some call to action buttons. So contact us, call now, send message, whatever you want to do. There's lots of ways you can do it. You can have them send you a Facebook message. You can have a call now that connects to your cell phone. You can have, I believe you can still have the email button on there. There used to be an email, but I didn't look that up. But you could do email. You could direct them to your website. So whatever you want to do, include a button that is easily, clickable, that they can get a hold of you within a second's time. Number 4 is a fully completed about section. Just like you have an about section on your website, and we talked about an about section on your Google profile, you should also have one for Facebook as well. Number 5, any pinned post. So you can pin posts, and what I mean, if you don't know what a pinned post is on Facebook, a pinned post is basically like a post that, regardless of how much time has passed, you want your consumers to see it and see it first. So you can actually pin a post. That could be like an introduction video. Maybe you did a reel and you're introducing yourself, or doing your reintroducing myself type of post. You can pin that to the top so that when somebody goes on to view your page, that post is always the first post that is shown on your page, even if you're adding new posts underneath it. So then you scroll down and the second post would be whatever your newest and latest content is. Highly suggest you doing that. And then this video would just be kind of like an introduction of who you are, what you do, what market you serve, what services you provide. It shouldn't be super, super long. So a couple minutes of just kind of introducing yourself. And I love the idea of videos being the pinned post, because videos, as we have learned in other trainings, get way more traffic, views, likes, and shares than anything else. And number 6, link it to your OneSuite website and Google profile for reviews and testimonials. So make sure you're including whatever other links you're doing. So we've talked about our website, we've talked about our Google profile, link those in. And then as we move forward into the coming weeks, where we're talking about Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube and all the other places where you can advertise, you're going to want to go back and link those into your Facebook as well. So it's allowing followers to follow you across all of your social media platforms. Compliance and professionalism. So regardless of where you're advertising, the law is very specific. The commission is very organized. Regardless of whether you're practicing in Pennsylvania or Ohio, the rules are dang near the same. They're dang near the same. So it doesn't matter. I know that some of you are going to be crossing over into Ohio, so this applies for Ohio as well. You must include the brokerage name on all advertisements. It does not matter whether it's in print. It does not matter if it's on the MLS. It does not matter if it's on social media. It does not matter if it's on a business card, if it's on a flyer, if it's on a yard sign. The brokerage name as well as your name must be included. So you cannot advertise one without the other. And we have seen in our brokerage Facebook pages that say, and I'm not going to mention any names because I'm not calling anybody out, because it's been since fixed. But it would say John Smith, realtor at John Smith Real Estate Group, whatever. You can't do that because John Smith Real Estate Group is not a licensed brokerage location. You cannot advertise that way. Now, to fix that, you could put John Smith, realtor, Realty One Group Ultimate. And you can also mention that he has a team that's the John Smith Group at Realty One Group Ultimate, and it would have team lead instead of realtor if you wanted to do that, as long as that's registered with the state as a trade or fictitious name associated with that license. Does that make sense? Yeah. Jim, did you have a question? I think you may have bumped in.
No.
Okay, perfect. What else must we include on social media? We must include the state or states in which you are licensed to do business. So please include the state or states that you're licensed to do business. This is very easy. So we were just talking about doing your About Me. You could put that right into your About Me or About Us section on your social media page that just says that Mark Peterson is a licensed realtor serving Beaver, Allegheny, and Lawrence counties in Pennsylvania. Mark is part of the Realty One Group Ultimate Brokerage, blah, 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 blah. So it's very easy to do right in the About Me. Just make sure that you're putting the state in there. And it's good practice anyway with your advertising, because remember, one of the reasons why you need a Facebook business page is because it's Google searchable. So you want to make sure that that keyword Pennsylvania is somewhere in your About Me, because that's how people are going to search, right? If somebody wants to buy a house in Beaver County, Pennsylvania, they may say realtors near me in Beaver County, Pennsylvania. And if they did that, and that's what Mark's About Me said, it is likely that Mark's Facebook page is going to come up in that search because Mark used the word realtor, Beaver County, and Pennsylvania. Right? So chances are pretty good that that person's going to find them. So we want to make sure that we have those keywords in there, not just for compliance, but also for marketing as well. You want to add the equal housing opportunity logo where applicable. So, and it's hard to know what's applicable and what's not applicable. So I would say that if there's room to add it, either the logo or the words equal housing opportunity, then you should add it. When in doubt, add it. So, and basically the rule of thumb is if you can type it, if you can upload it, if you can include it, then you should. Okay. So no personal political post, inappropriate humor, or controversial content. And a lot of people, this is always a hot debate thing. It's always a debate of well, I believe in this and I should be able to post it. You do what you want on your personal page, but just so that you know, you can get in trouble for your personal page too, because the commission does view your personal page. But on your business page, you should keep it just that. You should keep it business. And why? Why do we keep it business? Even though none of us here on this call are going to do anything intentionally that violates equal housing or fair housing in any way, that's just not who we are at Realty One. There are certain topics outside of that that people can take as violating one of those acts just because of who you're aligning or associating yourself with, right? Doesn't make it true. It does not make it true, but that's just the way the world works. So if you have a political affiliation, if you have a dark sense of humor, or even, I know kind of a couple people that have like a dad sense of humor, like, if it can be questioned, it does not belong on your business page. Please don't put it there. Okay. Always think about who could potentially be viewing it and what their thoughts were. So always put the other hat on. Always put the other hat on. Keep communication professional and prompt. Okay. So you want to make sure that all of your wording is professional, that you're being kind, that you're being ethical with your audience, and that you're being prompt with your responses. You're also going to want to keep an eye on your Facebook business page just to make sure that scammers or spammers or anything like that are staying off of your page. If you're seeing that people are causing a ruckus, or you have comments on there that you would consider rude or unfair, or that violate any type of act, even if you're not the one who put it on there, you should be deleting and blocking that person right away. I was just having this conversation with another agent yesterday when I was in Hermitage about scammers that get on there and put all of these comments on there. Like, you'll post a listing about a house, and then all of a sudden it'll say, Mrs. Jackson and I made $1 million in Bitcoin, and they'll put in a link. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with your post, and you don't even know who this person is. Get rid of the post, block the person. Okay, get rid of the post, block the person. Because even though you're not the one that put the comment on social media, you can still be held liable if somebody gets scammed. Okay, so make sure you're keeping up on your social media page, getting rid of any scammers, spammers, phishing expeditions that are going on. And we all know, we get the emails every day, the emails and the text messages of people who are wanting to take advantage of other people. Make sure you're cleaning the content each and every day. All right, so setting up your Facebook business page. Here is the step-by-step. If you have never set up a Facebook business page, these are the steps. I believe everybody here has a Facebook business page, but I'm going to go through it quickly for those who may be watching this video later on who really do not and have never set up a Facebook business page. Just so that all of you know as well, our TCs are pretty versed in setting up Facebook business pages. So if you need assistance setting up your Facebook business page, or if you think it's set up improperly, please reach out to your TC. They would be happy to help you. So step one is you need to log into Facebook. So you need to log into your personal Facebook account. So you cannot have a Facebook business page unless you have a personal account, but don't get the two confused. One's personal, one's business. Okay. Click on the profile photo in the top right-hand corner of your screen. And then this little box is going to come up underneath your beautiful photo, and you are going to click create. Once you click create, you need to choose what type of page. Either you're going to create another personal profile, or you're going to do a public page. So you are going to click public page. So it says grow as business, creator, or organization. You're going to go ahead and click page. Next, once you do that, you get to add all of your branding and collateral. It's going to prompt you to upload your profile photo. I would suggest your professional headshot, the same one that you're using on your website, or something similar to something that you're using on other platforms. So if you take a look at my profile photo on each one of my social media sites is from the same shoot, but have slightly different angles. So that's completely okay if you want to do that. Or you can use the same photo across all platforms. That's great too. What I don't suggest you doing is using okay, on Facebook, I'm going to use my new headshot, but then on Instagram, I'm going to use one from, 5 years ago. They should be all the same. So if you're doing lifestyle or a headshot session and you've got multiple ones and you want to kind of change it up, make sure that they're all from the same time period. That way people can see that it is you and that they're not looking at somebody different. Go ahead and upload your cover photo. So it should be a real estate and Realty One branded graphic. It's something that you can make on your own. Mine is a photo of one of our billboards. So it's something that you can make on your own. You can make it in One Design, or you can go to the One Branding site, and there's a bunch of Facebook banner images in there that you can just download and upload. So it makes it super easy. Make sure that your branded graphic complies with the Real Estate Commission's marketing guidelines that we just went over. So add a polished and professional look to build credibility from day one. So this shows that you are a real business. It shows that you went in there. It has photos of you. It has exactly what you do. When you look at a good Facebook business page, if you look between the profile photo and the banner without reading anything else, you should be able to at least assume pretty accurately what that business does and who they serve. Okay, so kind of keep that in mind. If you're looking from just the profile photo up, who is the person and who do they serve? Questions thus far? Anybody? No? All right, moving on. Step 5, add your contact information. Fill out everything that you can on the contact information form. So more information is better. You want to include your phone number, your email address, your website address, office address, service areas, and hours of operation, which are optional. But I can tell you that I always, as a real estate agent, filled out my hours of operation. And why? Because we've talked about this in other trainings. It sets good precedence. I believe that every agent should have hours of operations. It says at a minimum, I am available Mondays between this time to this time, Tuesday, this time to this time, so on and so on and so on and so on. And on the weekends, I'm available on Saturday, or I'm available on Saturdays from 9 until 1, and then Sundays from 9 until 1, or whatever your hours of operations are going to be. Just because I'm the kind of person, just because I have ADD and a little squirrely, if I don't set up my operational hours, I will do one of two things. I will not work at all because I haven't time blocked and I haven't set my hours, or I will work so much that I will not have the ability to keep up on what I need to keep up on at home, being, a wife and a mother and all of the things at home. So set those hours of operation, put it in writing, put it out there for people to see, make sure that you're setting great boundaries for yourself. And if you do decide to work outside of the office hours, that's up to you. But it's letting the public know when you're available, when you can take calls, when you're showing houses, and when your business is closed. All right. How to use your page properly. I used Mary Brian Sesko as an example here. Look at her beautiful face. So you want to post 3 to 5 times per week. So on Facebook, consistency wins. And I think that's pretty much the rule of thumb for all social media pages, but just so that you know, I would suggest using a mix of listings, buyer and seller tips, market updates, community content, meaning your life as an agent. And what I love to see people post is kind of like a behind the scenes, like showings, closings, staging, home tours. One agent that I just want to do, like, he's not on the call right now, but I just want to do a little shout out for, who's come a long way with his marketing. And I don't know if you guys follow him or not, but I highly suggest that you do, is Tobias Shimo. When Tobias first came over and he came through Ultimate Launch, he wasn't posting at all. And he decided to do the 30-day marketing challenge with us. And his social media page has just grown leaps and bounds. And I can tell you that he's doing every one of these categories, and he's starting to gain a pretty huge following. So I know that you guys on the call, you are all on social media. You all do a great job at, I'm having a moment where I'm really, really proud of Tobias, who was really not in the public eye. And I think he's been watching all of you guys too. And just, he's really come into his own with social media. All right, so respond to messages quickly. Facebook prioritizes fast responders. So respond to messages, respond to comments very, very quickly. When it comes to engagement, the more comments and the more replies on a post on Facebook, the more that will be shown to other potential people out in the universe. So if you get a comment, like let's say Mary posts this just sold on her social media page, and somebody responds, "Oh, congratulations, Mary." And she gets 10 comments that say, "Congratulations, Mary." There's two different things that she can do. She could respond as a comment and say, "Thanks, everyone," which isn't bad, but there's something else you could do that's even better. And that is going in and replying to each individual comment and saying, "Thanks, Sheila. I appreciate the support. Thanks, Jenny. It really was a beautiful home. Thanks, Clint. Oh, this one I would have bought myself if we didn't find the buyer." Whatever that may be, I suggest replying to each and every comment individually and replying with 2 sentences at minimum. Okay. And why? When it comes to Facebook, the algorithm is very, very smart. It's very smart. So if you just go in and like somebody's comment, it's really not going to boost you a lot. It's great, but it's really not going to boost you and put that post back out there. If you just respond with "thanks," it's really not going to do a whole lot. It's really not. If you go in and you respond with the same 2 sentences on every comment, the algorithm can see it. They're going to bump it out as spam. So it needs to be very organic. It needs to be very intentional. It needs to be 2 sentences. And the more unique comments that you are receiving on a post, the higher your reach will be. So Facebook will see that. Their internal computer algorithm will see that and be like, "Oh, that's a great producing post. We're going to put this in front of more people because people are engaging with it. This is a hot topic." So we're going to put it in front of more people. And why do they do that? Does anybody understand why social media pages do this? Anybody at all? Why would a social media company care?
More audience, more reach in general means more dollars that they can sell in advertising.
Yes, excellent, excellent. That's precisely the right answer. More reach means more audience, means more minutes they spend on Facebook, which means more ads they see, which means more revenue Facebook gets. So that is the perfect answer. Yep. So if you have a high producing post on Facebook, they will use it to their advantage to make more money. So comment, 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 reply, 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 share, share, share. Okay. When you are posting to social media about real estate, you should be posting to your business page first. I see this a lot. I see a lot of people post to their personal page and then they share it to their business page. That's the wrong way to do it. You should be posting to your business page and then sharing to your personal page. Okay. Post to your business, share to your personal, because you want to keep bringing people back to the business side. Bring people back to the business side. You can share it to your personal. I do it all the time. I share all kinds of stuff on my personal page because I want my personal audience to see it too. But it should originate from your business page. All right, boosting visibility with optimized content. Use hooks in your captions to get people to stop scrolling. So if you look at the example that we had, this is one I think that we did last week. Move-in ready luxury with 100% financing available for those who qualify. Okay, so that was our hook. Like, this is a luxury home, and oh wait, I can buy a luxury home with 100% financing. Tell me more. You know what I mean? Tell me more. So that's kind of the hook. That's the very first line that gets them to read it, because let's face it, people read for like less than 15 seconds before they decide whether they're going to move on or not. So use hooks to get people to stop scrolling. Add location tags to enhance your local SEO. So if you look at the very bottom where the hashtags are down here, I have hashtag Beaver County. And how do hashtags work? Does anybody know how hashtags work? Can anybody explain it to us? Jim's got to know. Jim's like the Instagram king. Jim knows how hashtags work.
Well, some people, like on Instagram, Facebook, they actually follow hashtags. So when you post social media and includes that hashtag, then that pops up like in their feed because they're following that hashtag. And it could be like you had said, like it could be a geographic thing. Like if you use the hash word Pittsburgh or New Brighton, whatever that might be. So then they want to see what's happening in their community. So your post is then, you get that exposure through the hashtag.
Yep.
That's like one thing. And then it could be beneficial because then people may not be aware of you who are following that geo tag or whatever the hashtag is, and are like, oh wow, this is pretty cool. They just did a post on real estate here in my town, or they're looking for real estate in New Brighton or whatever. So then they're like, oh, okay, here's something of interest, and they may follow you as a result of that.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So think of hashtags this way: is you can follow people, but you can also follow subjects with hashtags. So one of the hashtags I follow is hashtag Elwood City. So when I'm on my social media platforms, because I follow that hashtag of Elwood City, I get to see a lot of people that are posting with that hashtag in Elwood City. So I get to learn a lot about Elwood City. Some posts are great, and I would have never found them otherwise. Some posts I wish I would have never seen, but you get to see that in your feed. So basically, you're telling the social media community what you're interested in and what you're not when you're following a hashtag. And it's really popular. So if you're using like hashtag Beaver County, hashtag New Brighton, hashtag Elwood City, hashtag Western Pennsylvania, whatever it is, there are people that follow that hashtag, and that content is going to be put in front of them because they asked to follow that specific subject. Okay. And what Jim is saying is right. So they get to see you. Well, then they may be like, oh, like I really like this content and it matches what my interests are. So I'm going to follow this individual so I don't miss their other content about other areas or other topics. So it's a great way to gain followers. What I also love is that it helps with your SEO search. So if somebody goes in and does a Google search for Beaver County homes, no money down. So if you look at the bottom of my post, I have hashtag no money down, hashtag Beaver County. Chances are pretty good I'm going to come up somewhere in that search because I have those hashtags on there. So it does make it very searchable for people outside of the social media platforms to find you via search and get directed to your social media platform. So some hashtags you can use are hashtag real estate. And I will tell you, like hashtag real estate, you're going to get seen by a lot of other agents, which isn't necessarily a bad thing either, because again, especially if you are advertising a listing that you have, you want as many agents to see see the property as possible. A good one is hashtag your town name. So this one is in Monaca. I could have done hashtag Monaca, Pennsylvania, Monaca, PA. You can do home buyer tips. You can hashtag Realty One Group Ultimate, and you can do your name as well. So you could do hashtag Ebony Page, or Ebony Page Realtor, or whatever you want to hashtag yourself. So, and then that way people can start to follow your specific hashtag as well. How to drive leads with your business page. Okay, so the easiest way to do that is just to add a button on the bottom of your post. And you don't have to pay for the button, just so you know. So this is like the easiest and the cheapest way is to add that button. So when you are posting to your social media business page, again, you have to originate it in your business page to get a hold of these tools. You can't do it on your personal page. So when you're posting it, when you scroll down to the bottom, there are options down there. There's like these little icons, and you can say like, you want to add a message button, you want to add a learn more button, you want to add a call now button, you want to add a go to my website button, whatever that is. There's a bunch of different options, but you can add that button on there so that when somebody sees your post, if they want to get a hold of you, they just click the button. and it goes right there. So maybe you're doing an advertisement for an open house that's coming up and you want to be able to give people additional information about your open house. So you could do the ad, you could put in your type, you can put in your photo of the open house, and then at the bottom, you could put learn more. And then you can direct that button to go to your individual property page for the home that you're doing an open house on. It's as simple as that. You can also add forms as well to your Facebook business page so that you can do a lead capture form, which is really great to do. We do that all the time to get leads, where if somebody wants additional information, they have to put their information in, and then it sends you the lead through your Meta business platform so that you get leads in there. And then you can call those people back. We are going to have a more in-depth lead generation. I think that's week 10 of the platform Powerup, where we're going to tell you how to get leads off of all of your marketing pages as well. So more about that later. You can post a hand raiser content. So find out your home value, get pre-approved today, want a private tour. Utilize Facebook Reels for massive organic reach. Facebook Reels are great if you want to get more reach, more likes, more followers. Facebook Reels all day long. Use lead magnets. A lead magnet is giving something away for free to get somebody else's information, and then kind of showing your value up front. You can do that with first-time homebuyers books, local market reports, monthly newsletters, giving away something of value. So I know we've all seen them where it's like you see an ad for something, maybe it's a business coach or lead generation or something, and it says, click now for your free ebook. That's a lead magnet. So you're clicking now, they're giving you something of value in exchange for your data and information so they could solicit you later. Like that's a lead magnet. So share your events, open houses, workshops, community events. Make sure you're getting out in the community, you're being seen, share that on Facebook. Now, did you know that you can connect your Facebook to Instagram? Facebook and Instagram is now part of one company. So whatever you post to Facebook can automatically sync over to your Instagram business page. So you can sync postings across platforms, run ads to both automatically, respond to messages from one inbox, use Reels from cross-platform brand growth, and keep your branding and messaging consistent across both pages. So you don't have to do them individually now. So next is a step-by-step guide on how to connect your Facebook business page profile to your Instagram. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your menu on the left-hand side when you're on your Facebook business page, and you're going to click Settings. Next, you're going to scroll down till you come to Permissions, and you're going to click Linked Accounts. Once you're in linked accounts, Instagram is going to show right there, and you can see my little block. I'm already connected to Instagram, but it would say connect instead of connected. So connect to Instagram. You would go ahead and click that. Afterwards, a confirmation screen is going to appear. Okay. And this is going to tell you that go ahead and, connect the service, and you have access to manage the Instagram page, both on the Facebook page and then the Instagram page. And then you need to toggle this little button that says allow access to Instagram messages in your inbox. All this means is that instead of having a Facebook inbox and then an Instagram inbox, it brings it all together in a Meta platform, which is how you control everything on the back end. And again, we're going to talk a little bit more about that Meta platform week 10. Right now on this week by week, I just want everybody to set up all of their systems so you have those all rocking and rolling by the end of week 10 so that you can start putting all of these things together and start generating leads off of your different sites. So if you don't have a Facebook or an Instagram business profile page for you as a real estate agent, don't worry, because we're going to go through that next week on how to set that up. And then you'll be able to come back and reference this to toggle and tie them together. Okay, so if you don't have an Instagram, don't worry. If you do have an Instagram already and you already have a Facebook business page, you can go ahead and you can toggle the two together. That way, when you post one, it already posts over here. It's kind of a work smarter, not harder type of scenario. You don't have to do each one individually anymore. You could do one and it just goes back and forth between each platform. All right. Best practices for growing your page. Invite your friends list to follow. So when you go into your Facebook business profile, you go over to the left-hand side where the menu is. There's a button on there that says invite friends. When you click that button, your entire personal friend list is going to come up from your personal page. You can go through there, and I think you could do like 50 or 100 a day. If you have like a massive amount of followers, you're going to have to do this over a span of like a week or two, because you can only do so many in a day. But then you start going in and you start clicking each one of those contacts, and it's going to send them a message in their notifications on Facebook asking them to follow and like your page. Believe it or not, Anthony had just did that. I don't know if you saw his Facebook post. He had just did that for his social media business page. And overnight, he got 179 or 178 new followers just by doing it one time and just maxing out the number of contacts that he can do. So go in there and start inviting your friends to like and follow your page. After a certain period of time, if they don't like and follow your page, it'll expire, and then you can go back in and then you can do it again. So I suggest just putting something on your calendar, like maybe once a month, you go in there and invite your friends to follow your page. It is the easiest way to grow your page's audience. And the higher your audience, the more likely the algorithm is to put your content in front of people who don't know about you yet. Add the page to your email signature. So you can actually add your Facebook, Instagram, Google, everything else, the links right on your email signature. And you can do that in the One Design as well. So there are buttons in there that you can add, and you can add that straight into your email signature. And I highly suggest that you do. That way you can take advantage of people that you're emailing on a daily basis who maybe also want to check out your social media platforms and follow you there. I would also put your handles on your business cards, put your links on your websites, and have QR codes available at your open houses and on your collateral. And there's a couple ways you can do this. So each one of your social media pages, including Facebook, you have a handle, which is basically your business name, your username. So what is your username? What's your page name? You can find your handles by going into your Facebook page and going down to, I think it's about. I don't have that on here, but I think it's about, and you can see what your actual handle is. And you can do this for all social media sites, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, you name them, you all have handles in which people can follow. And it would say like mine would say @Christina Hoffmeyer, right? So you would have your own unique handle. You also have URLs that you can direct to people. So if you're putting something embedded, like say on your website where you have the icon, the Facebook icon, it says follow me on Facebook, you can actually take that image and you can embed a link inside it so you don't have that link showing. And it's right in the settings on your website, in your website editor, where you just click the little, it looks like a little link, and then you can put the URL in there. And then when somebody taps the Facebook icon, it goes directly to your Facebook. You can also generate QR codes in Meta as well, and you can put those on your advertisements down at the bottom, where the people can just scan the QR code with their phone and it takes them directly to your Facebook page. Another great way to grow your page is to collaborate with a local business and tag them. So if you have a local business that has a pretty good following, maybe like a coffee shop or a title company or a home inspector, maybe an insurance professional, and they have a pretty good following, you can bump off of that business and you can collaborate with them. Collaboration could be as easy as a photo. You know, I could go to a coffee house, get a cup of coffee, take a photo of that cup of coffee with my business card sitting right there, and then tag them in it so that everybody that's following them, and they may have, you know, tens of thousands of followers, is now seeing my advertisement with their cup of coffee, and I've tagged them and I've set my location that I'm at that coffee shop. So take advantage of using other businesses to promote your business. So you're promoting them, so they're not going to care. If you go to Starbucks and like tag Starbucks in it, they're not going to care. It's free advertisement, but you are using their audience. You're pulling their audience into that one post, and hopefully they like your post enough that they start following you as well. So join and share your content in local groups. So these could be homeowner groups, community pages on Facebook. If you belong, I know Mark belongs to the Rotary. So maybe the Rotary has a website or a forum or a Facebook page. You can share on that. So get involved with your local groups and don't be afraid to share your information. All right, so let's quickly go through understanding Facebook Insights. And I think this is important. I don't want to spend too much time on insights because some people use them at a really high level and some people don't know that they exist. So I did want to include just a little bit so that you know that they're here and available. So here are some tools you need to understand. Who is engaging with your content, when your audience is online, which posts perform the best, where your leads are coming from, and how your ads are converting. So data helps you adjust your content strategy for more reach and more leads. If you look at the diagram on the left, this is from the Meta Business Suite. So as you open your Facebook business page, you get access to the Meta Suite. And this is where business owners go to see what's going on. So you can go to your Facebook business page, click Professional Dashboard on the left, select Insights, and from here you can look at your overview, which is your general performance, the results, which means your reach, engagement, your followers. You can check your audience. What is the age, gender, and location that you are attracting? Your content insights, which posts drive the most traffic, and your ad insights, so performance of things like boosted ads and paid campaigns. You just so happen to see Mark Peterson's face there down at the bottom right-hand corner of this graph. So when we sent out an ad Friday, November 7th, he received 67 views on his post. But if you look the whole way to the left, we have Amy Lutz there with a now occupied post. She received 352 views on that post. So this leads me to question myself, why did Amy's post get 352 views, but Mark's post only got 67? So that could chalk up to a lot of different reasons, a ton of different reasons. It could have been the style of post. It could have been the text that we put. So was it searchable? Did it have hashtags? Did we have the right hook as the first line? It could have been the time of day that we posted it, because one was posted at noon and the other one was posted at 3:30. So the time could have made a big difference. So it just depends. We need to really take a look at the differences and say, okay, well, that's a huge jump. Amy's post got almost 300 more views than Mark's. What did we do wrong on Mark's? What do we need to change, right? And this really helps you learn how to get the most from every post. It's a lot of trial and error at first, I can tell you that. It's a lot of trial and error. But with some practice, with some time, with some tracking, you'll really be able to hone down on what works and what doesn't. So some key metrics that every agent should be tracking when you're marketing is reach. How many people saw your content? Question number one, how many people saw it? In this case of Amy's post, 352 people saw it. Okay, which isn't too bad for a very static, very generic post. We put out about 3 to 4 a day, just like that. But for November, hers was one of the highest static posts we put out there with 352. So we want to duplicate that. Engagement. How many likes, comments, shares, link clicks are we getting? We want to know just not who saw it, but who's engaging with it, who saw it entertaining enough to stop and engage with it. New followers. How many followers did we get off that post? Did we lose any followers off that post? Because a bad post will make you lose followers. I unfollow people all the time. All the time. I probably unfollow more people than I follow. So a bad post can make you lose followers. So you want to track that too. What's my follower difference? Did I lose people? Did I gain people? What are my followers looking at? What are they not looking at? Profile views. How many people viewed your business page? Your Meta Suite will tell you that. How many profile views did you get in a month? So it's not enough that they saw it on their feed, but they liked it enough to click through and go to your profile. How many messages did you receive in a month? What was your click-through rate? How many people clicked the button? How many people either click the link or the call now button or the learn more button on any of your posts? And you need to know your top performing posts. So that helps you decide what to post more of, what to duplicate. So, and for the month of November, Amy's was our top performing post. So we need to duplicate what we did on Amy's using those same keywords, posting at similar times, similar day of week, similar colors for the asset, similar hashtags. We need to duplicate hashtags. So that's going to tell us what to do more of. How to use Insight to improve your strategy. Post at times when insights show your audience is most active. Repeat content types that have the highest engagement. Identify which posts convert into messages or website clicks, and focus more on video content, local community posts, real estate tips. Reduce or tweak content with low performance and use data to shape your next month's content calendar. All right, so it's just a simple law of pivoting when it comes to marketing. If your reach is low, you need to boost your best performing posts. Can you see there where we had a increase, a huge increase? So we had a post come in, we had a huge increase. So we need to boost our best performing posts and increase posting frequency. If your messages spike on certain days, you need to schedule posts on those days. So it's not just about knowing when people are looking at your posts. When are people messaging you the most? Are they messaging you at noon when they're on a lunch break? Are they messaging you on a Saturday because they're not at work? Are they messaging you at 1 o'clock in the morning? Whatever that answer is for you, when you are seeing the most clicks and messages come through, that's when you need to post your best content right before that time period, because that audience is engaging with you the most. You need to have that content readily available for them. Why does having this insight matters? It makes your marketing smart and not random, helps you target the right buyers and sellers, shows you exactly what your audience responds to, allows you to improve your content month after month, helps you spend advertising dollars wisely. If nothing else sticks with you, have that stick with you when it comes to tracking your numbers. That way you're not wasting money. All right. Turns your Facebook business page into a predictable lead source. All right. I know that was rather longer than we normally do. We usually keep it to about 45 minutes, but I could talk about Facebook all day, all day. Next week, we're going to be going into Instagram for impact, and we're going to teach you how to do a Instagram business page so that you can link that Facebook and your Instagram together. But what questions do you have? Anybody? Questions, comments, insights, anything at all?
I think this was like a really good training. It really was. Like, even like how you were like helping like people set up, like I already have it already set up, like connected with Instagram and things like that. But like for people who don't know, it was really good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. How many of you? Oh, go ahead.
I think it would be good to look at, like, go in and look at the metrics, like see the numbers and see what posts are doing good. And then kind of like build off of that. So that's something that I'll probably do this weekend.
Good. Good. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know that you can track your metrics right on the business suite.
So it even does it, even if you don't boost the post, it'll still show you. Okay.
It'll still show you. Yeah. It'll show you every post that you have done, whether it's a video, a photo, just a general text post. It literally shows you how many people, who those people are, like what their ages are, what their locations are, what time they did it. Like it tells you everything. Like it's scary. It's scary how much information you can really find if you just keep digging. And trust me, like I did it, like the first time I went in there, it was like going down the rabbit hole. Cause did you guys ever like watch one YouTube video and then it turns down the rabbit hole, like a bunch of other YouTube videos. And then all of a sudden you're a conspiracy theorist. But Facebook, the business analytics and insights in there can be very much the same. Like you click on one thing and it leads you to another thing, and you click on another thing and it leads you to, pretty soon, like, you know, every person that has looked at you on Facebook for the last 5 years and their grandmother's maiden name. It's scary what you can learn. All right. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this. Of course, like always, I will stay on the line in the event that anybody needs me and doesn't want to speak to the group. So if I don't see you before, have an amazing rest of your day and an amazing weekend. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Have a good day.